Please subscribe.
"180 miles per every hour doesn't feel that quick in a major extravagance car on an unlimited segment of German superhighway. However, when the moderate-moving Volkswagen Passat chooses to converge into your path when it unmistakably shouldn't, 180 miles per hour feels like twist speed as you're remaining on the brakes to maintain a strategic distance from fast-approaching catastrophe. Fortunately, the 2020 BMW Alpina B7 is a vehicle fit for easily accomplishing insane cruising speeds, yet carrying them to an end without a trace of dramatization. Also, what do you know, it's a hoot off the expressway, too. Before I get into the stray pieces of this invigorated B7, we should discuss Alpina and its association with BMW. In Germany, Alpina is a freely possessed and worked automaker, however it works solely with BMW. The organization tunes everything from the 3 Series, 5 Series and 7 Series cars to the X3 and X4 SUVs, and sells them with Alpina explicit vans. It's even got a decent side hustle in the top-of-the-line wine conveyance business. In case you're ever in Buchloe, go look at the wine basement. Here in the US, Alpina sells its vehicles through BMW's system, and notwithstanding the B7, as of late offered the 6 Series Grand Coupe-based B6 car. The Alpina B7 gets the majority of the extravagant new accessories of the refreshed 2027 series vehicle, and with the 6 Series Grand Coupe no longer in the image, the German tuning house is as of now taking a gander at the 8 Series Roadster for its next US advertising. BMW's new 7 Series has been broadly reprimanded for its 2020 model year overhaul, explicitly, "That huge grille. I really think those extended kidneys put their best self forward here on the B7, pleasantly mixing it with the 7 slimmer headlamps, upgraded lower sash and Alpina spec lower lip. Around back, you'll locate a little deckled spoiler, quad-tip depletes and another diffuser. BMW will sell you a B7 in various hues, yet you'd be crazy not to arrange yours in Alpina's selective shades of blue or green, the two of which, incidentally, are no-cost choices. Fortunately, regardless of whether you do go off the menu and request a standard-issue BMW shading, each B7 moves on Alpina's super cool 20-talked wheels, accessible in 20 and 21-inch sizes. Venture inside and the B7 feels like some other completely stacked 7 Series, which means it verges on being absolute rich. Napa calf skin is standard, and you can have it sewn for an extra $500. Merino cowhide kicks everything up an indent, and pulls back $4,000 from your financial balance, and in case you're truly going for that sugar daddy way of life, make certain to spec the $5,750 back official parlor seating bundle, for the leaning back seat with footstool, relax focus reassure, extravagant back containers and individual excitement frameworks. A somewhat less extravagant form of this pack can be had in the $3,900 extravagance back seating choice, which doesn't offer 2 individual honored positions, yet at the same time ups the rearward sitting arrangement traveler solace game a considerable amount. Strangely, you'll need to arrange one of these back seat bundles on the off chance that you need the warm guiding Hagel armrests, as well. B7 explicit inside contacts are restricted to a button on the middle comfort. Alpina's catch-style fingertip gear selectors on the directing wheel, which the organization has constantly fitted instead of customary oars, and in all honesty, I loathe utilizing them. Something else, the B7 is as agreeable and peaceful as some other top-rack 7 Series, with comfortable, steady seats, delightfully made materials and all that could possibly be needed space for even the tallest, most stretched-out travelers. Logitech persists from the other 2027 series models, as well, which means the B7 gets BMW's iDrive 7 sight and sound interface is housed on a 10.2-inch touchscreen. Route, a Wi-Fi hotspot, remote cell phone charging, Apple CarPlay similarity and those senseless signal controls are all piece of the bundle. and the 7's advanced instrument punch gets an Alpina-style reskin, with the blue and green shading plan and diverse speedometer and tachometer text styles. Decide on one of the previously mentioned premium back seating choices, and your riders in back will have a 7-inch iDrive direction tablet available to them, so they can abrogate your decision of music, select their very own encompassing lighting hues, or change your route course to incorporate a stop at Taco Bell on the grounds that, hello, we as a whole long for a crunch wrap occasionally. Fortunately, Alpina doesn't nickel and dime you on driver help innovation. The 7 Series' entire situation is standard. Each B7 accompanies versatile LED lighting, BMW's versatile voyage control with adaptive driving assistant, stopping help, a head-up showcase, Encompass C camera, path-keeping help, etc. Alpina says it attempts to make items that fill specialty holes in BMW's portfolio. As such, since BMW doesn't make an undeniable M7, Alpina manufactures the B7. Also, taking into account how great the B7 is, BMW genuinely needn't bother with M7. I'd likely lean toward the appearance of the Alpina, in any case. Power originates from the equivalent 4.4-liter, twin-turbocharged V8 that you'll discover in the BMW 750i, yet with an extra 77 drive and 37 pound-feet of torque, for a fantastic aggregate of 600 horsepower and 590 pounds-to-foot that puts the B7's yield barely short of the V12-controlled M760i, 600 horsepower, 627 pounds-to-foot. However, strangely, at 3.5 seconds, the Alpina is 1/10 of a second speedier in the 0-60 mph dash. Be that as it may, the B7 is unquestionably something beyond the supported 7 Series. This vehicle feels like it's completely relentless, in the case of eating up extended lengths of German superhighway or while twisting along byways through Bavaria's rich backwoods. Alpina contacted all the exhibition equipment that supports the 7 Series, the B7's back hub controlling, air suspension, dynamic dampers and all-wheel drive framework were retuned to represent the stiffer undercarriage, new wheel, tire arrangement and all the more dominant motor. Greater braking equipment is fitted, as well, with 4-cylinder, repaired calipers front, clasping down on 15.5-inch circles. At the back, coasting calipers work with 15.6-inch circles. Alpina purposefully uses steel heats rather than progressively costly carbon artistic plugs. Organization agents disclosed to me it doesn't have that enormous of an effect. Also, after rehashed hard stops at triple-digit speeds, I can affirm that brake blur is not really an issue. The B7 displays a ton of physicality. Along strips of smooth German asphalt, the Alpina is unquestionably more honed than an equal 750i, and doesn't feel as awkward as a brutish M760i. The controlling has a great weight and explicitness to its activity, which assists with generally dexterity. Obviously, this is a vehicle that is 17 feet long and 6 feet wide and gauges 4,855 pounds, so it's not actually what I'd call deft. It'll take a corner with less body move than a Mercedes-AMG S63, yet it's as yet a bunch in tight fasteners. So, get this thing out on apathetic, winding streets or open territories of expressway, and it completely goes like damnation. You can truly feel the massive power under your correct foot, the 8-speed programmed transmission easily changing between gears as required, with super quick moves in its increasingly forceful Sport and Sport Plus modes. I locate the most ideal approach to drive this vehicle is to utilize its adaptive setting, which alters the powertrain and undercarriage qualities to your attitude. Solace mode is excessively floaty for my preferences, and diving into the 2 sport projects gets a handle on a tad bit of character for what is, toward the day's end, a gigantic extravagance freight boat. Alpina says the B7 will complete 205 miles per hour level out, and keeping in mind that I've just achieved 180 miles per hour on my unhindered run, it's undeniable this vehicle has much more to give. Where some extravagance cars can feel somewhat unhinged at the top finish of their presentation register, the Alpina nearly feels held by examination. The way that this vehicle so easily travels at almost 200 miles per hour is a really astounding accomplishment. No vehicle I've tried in late memory covers extraordinary separations with such incredible speed as effectively and unflappably as the Alpina B7. The 2020 BMW Alpina B7 begins at $142,800, excluding $995 for gold. What's more, truth be told, it's sort of a deal, moderately, natch. Truly, it's a full $40,150 more costly than a base 750i xDrive, yet it accompanies significantly increasingly standard unit, also a boatload of intensity. Then again, the Alpina B7 is $6,750, not exactly a Mercedes-AMG S63, or more to the point, $14,900, not exactly BMW's own M760i. I surmise I get the appeal of having a V12 motor under your hood, however park the B7 beside a M760i and disclose to me you wouldn't pick the Alpina unfailingly. Extremely, my lone issues with the Alpina B7 are that I don't win a compensation huge enough to bear the cost of one, and that I don't have a delimited stretch of street any place close to my home. Be that as it may, in the event that you can, and in the event that you do, the B7 is one serious vehicle. Simply recall, you completely need it in blue.